such a huge opportunity when you're talking about 17,000 plus coaches coming and, over 1,000 athletic directors and athletic coordinators involved in that as well. And all of the college coaches that come, you have such a great opportunity to meet new people and to have new people see you, see your face, and know who you are as well.
Hi, listeners. This is Glenn West, the Assistant Executive Director of Texas High School Coaches Association. It's time to register for coaching school. This year's coaching school will be held in San Antonio, July 21st through the 23rd. And in addition to the 250 lecture hours that we offer, we'll be adding a second turf field that will allow soccer, baseball, and softball demos. Tennis, aquatic, and golf will be off-site for one day of exhibits as well. Basketball court will be moved from a half court to a full court. You're all not going to want to miss this. You can find information of coaching school and hotels and membership renewal on our website at thsca.com.
Did you know that you can use podcasting to not only share the great news about your athletes and your programs, but as a fundraiser for your booster club? Yes, Lone Star Gridiron produced the 5th podcast in history and has been doing it nearly 20 years. We are expanding now to do shows outside of football. So whatever your sport, reach out to us at 713-269-4620, and we'll discuss how you can use this amazing tool to supercharge your program. And the best part, we do all the heavy lifting. Text your name and school to 713-269-4620. All right, everybody, join me in welcoming Brian Polk, Chief Operating Officer for the Texas High School Coaches Association, back to the show. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Chris. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, you bet. And I tell you, this has to be, I don't know, you tell me, how is it? Is it like a frenzy of activity right before coaches school, or do you have it all done and you're just relaxing now?
No, it is a frenzy. It's been a frenzy for about, the last 4 or 5 months, and we've got, the majority of everything set and ready to go. And when you put anything on, the last few days leading up to an event, it's all those small details that come to get you. So we are in a frenzy, but we feel really good about where we're at and are excited about this coaching school coming up.
Excellent. And before we talk about this one, talk about coaching school on the whole. It's gotten so big. What were the numbers last year? I mean, it is just blowing everybody else away when it comes to these kind of conventions.
No, it's really and you're right. We are continuing to grow, and it's a testament to our membership. It's really unheard of, really around the country when we see other folks. It's unheard of to have 50% of your membership show up to your convention. And really, we've been averaging about 50% of our membership showing up, and sometimes 50% plus. So we feel really excited about this one. In San Antonio 2 years ago, we broke an all-time record with 16,400 plus, I believe it was. And then last year in Houston, we shattered an all-time record in Houston and had over 16,000 there as well. So we continue to grow, and we've got to make sure that as an association, that we continue to offer things that our coaches want. So, we're making subtle changes each and every year, listening to what our coaches want. And we really think that we're going to have 17,000 plus in San Antonio in about 10 days.
I love that. And so for coaches who are brand new listening that are going, tell me about this coaches school. What is it? And what do they get out of it?
Well, I think they're going to get a multiple of things out of it, and they're going to get out of it what they choose to get out of it when it's all said and done. We're going to have over 266 hours of personal and professional development in 2.5 days, which is crazy what we get crammed in there. But, about half of those hours are sport specific, whatever sport under the UIL umbrella. About half of those 266 hours are sport specific. And the other ones range anywhere from health and safety to finances. Heck, we've got CPR training. just a ton of things, character development and all that good stuff, just a ton of things to help coaches be better in their craft so that they can go back and help their kids. So from a personal professional development standpoint, we have plenty to get. And then, of course, the networking piece, which is just as important. Coaches have got to network and get out of the circles of where they're coaching and where they're living to learn from other people around the state. That's the unique thing about coaching school is coaches get to be around people that they never get to see, and they get to learn from folks in different areas of our state. You know how big our state is. So it's an opportunity to see folks that you never have the opportunity of seeing. Maybe you hear about them, you read about them, and you want to hear some things that they do. So it gives them that opportunity to network and learn from people that do the same thing they're doing.
Yeah, and talk about that networking, because that is kind of the backbone of what we call this brotherhood, but now it's a sisterhood as well of coaches, and that networking is so important.
It's huge, and and people don't realize how important it is to make sure that when they go to coaching school with their staff, with their crew, with those folks they're used to going to, that they have got to get in that exhibit hall and they've got to go to these networking socials and kind of expand, their circle of contacts so that, number one, they can learn, and that, number two, other people know who they are. And that's the most important piece of it. It's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. And I think there's such a huge opportunity when you're talking about 17,000 plus coaches coming and, over 1,000 athletic directors and athletic coordinators involved in that as well. And all of the college coaches that come, you have such a great opportunity to meet new people and to have new people see your face and know who you are as well.
Yeah, you don't know where your next job is coming from or your next hire. And I guarantee there will be a connection with coaching school down the road for sure.
No doubt. And anybody that's new, these young coaches that are maybe coming for the first time, they'll be shocked when they walk in there for the first time and they're going to register and get their badge at the amount of people. And sometimes you get taken back and, some of those folks get nervous a little bit. You just need to cut loose and go enjoy yourself and go get to know some folks.
Nice. So let's talk about the convention itself. We talked about the networking. Talk about the trade show, because the trade show is massive.
Yeah, the trade show is huge, and Molly Fly in our office, she's our director of exhibits and does an incredible job for us of getting that whole thing set up, because it is a massive undertaking, to say the least. And she does an incredible job of getting that piece set up. And we have over 700 exhibitors this year in San Antonio in that exhibit hall. And included in that exhibit hall is all of our live demos. So this year we have actually 2 full turf live demo sets. One of those is primarily football and track and field. The other one, for the first time this year, is going to have live demos for soccer, softball, and baseball. We also have, of course, our full-size volleyball court that we do live demos on in that exhibit hall. And this year we'll have a full-size basketball court. We've had basketball demos. It just hasn't been full court. So we will have it at full court this year for the first time. And those have been a hit. Those have been really, really big. Our coaches love them, and our exhibitors love them because it keeps it crowded in that exhibit hall for them as well.
Yeah, definitely. I tell you, when they first started putting the demos on, it was like a moth to a flame. I'm like, oh, they're playing. Let's go look.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And like I said, this is the first time we're doing soccer and baseball and softball down there. And it's something our coaches have asked us for. So we said, well, if you're coming, we're going to add it, and we're going to try it out. And we think those are going to be really, really good, and we'll learn from what we do from those this year and get better as we move forward. We've also added some off-site demos because so many of our sports like those live demos. We have on Sunday our golf coaches, our swim and dive coaches, and our tennis coaches will be off-site, and they will be at a golf course. They will be at an auditorium. They'll have tennis courts where they're doing live demos as well. So we're really excited. All that stuff's new. We're really excited about it, and know that our coaches are excited about it as well.
Definitely. And you talk about adding the new demos, the soccer, the baseball, the softball. talk about some of the changes that have happened, because you've seen the demographics change, you've seen the displays change. Talk about some of that.
Yeah, and I think the key is kind of like I said earlier, you got to listen to your membership. And our whole, premise inside of our association, we talk about it every day in the office, is we continue to grow in our membership. We broke a record this year in our total membership, over 27,000. And our coaches continue to come to coaching school. So we need to make sure that we're giving them a product, to kind of celebrate them helping us grow our membership and making it worth their while. We want to make it the greatest event that they can come to, that they'll always come back year after year. We've been doing a pretty good job of that because we are growing, but we can't sit back and just continue to do the same things every year. When you listen to what our coaches want to see, who they want to hear, who they want to listen to, and that's who we try to go get each and every year for this convention.
Yeah, and you mentioned who they want to listen to. I mean, it's a wide variety of Power 5 coaches in a bunch of different sports, plus some more regional coaches. Talk about that, the lineup of speakers.
Yeah, we've got an incredible lineup. We always have every one of our Division I football coaches and their staffs are here. We've got our big Division I panel on Sunday evening that we've had for many, many years. That's a big hit amongst our coaches, really amongst our football coaches, and our other sport coaches have been wanting the same thing. So we are trying to make sure that we're able to supply those people that they want as well. We've got some big name volleyball coaches, softball, the Alabama coach from softball is coming, Louisville coach for volleyball is coming. And so the big piece is we get in our advisory committee meetings and we say, who do y'all want to hear? Who do the coaches in your region want us to go try to get? And they give us those names, and we try to go out there and get them because that's who they want to hear. So we feel really, really good. This is the most robust schedule we've ever had. It's going to be the biggest attendance we've ever had, so it should be our most robust schedule. So we're really, really excited about it. We've probably got 70% of the state championship coaches in all sports coming. I don't know that number exactly, but we've got a ton of them coming as well. So it should be really, really good.
Well, I tell you, I'm excited. I'm going to be moderating a couple panels, and your former coworker, my good friend, Dr. Susan Elza, will be one of the panelists on that one. So looking forward to just the breadth of knowledge that's available there.
No doubt. We've got so many great athletic administrators.
Yeah.
And then other folks like Susan, who was an athletic administrator here forever and now at the University of Nebraska. And, we talked about who we've got coming in. We've got great coaches here, but we also have folks outside of our profession that come in and give such great knowledge to help us in our craft. And I think that's what makes our convention so special.
Yeah, definitely. And what are some other things that I've failed to ask about that you feel we should mention?
We've got a couple of big things that have been going around that are going to be hot topics at our convention that we will have a lot of information out on. One is the new heat protocols that are going to end up. They kind of came into play last year a little bit with the wet bulb globe thermometer, and to really affects our sports that start early in the year with our outside sports, with volleyball, tennis, and cross country. And we're going to have a lot of great information concerning all of those recommendations, all of those protocols that are coming. And we're really going to ask our coaches as they go through this year to give us feedback and to get the UIL feedback on how those recommendations and how those protocols have affected their workouts so that we can make sure that we're still able to get prepared along with keeping our kids safe. The Texas Way is going to be a really, really big topic. We kind of kicked that off at the AD's summer clinic a few weeks ago, and we are going to completely roll it out at our convention here with Stephen Mackey, which, as you know, will be incredible. But we've, as most people out there know, we have partnered with Stephen Mackey in 2 Words and our AD's Association to start this sportsmanship campaign, the Texas Way, and our coaches already have been calling and getting information along with our athletic directors. It's going to be really, really big, and we think it's going to be something that the rest of the country is going to look at and come say, hey, we want to do that as well, and come use that stuff, which can only make our game better all the way around, from our fans and our kids and our coaches and our officials. So those are two really, really big things that are going to come out that we're going to focus on at coaching school.
Definitely, yeah. I'm super excited about Texas Way. That's going to be next week's episode, right before coaching school. We're going to learn more about that. But you mentioned the rest of the people around the country looking to Texas. They've always looked to Texas, but this is going to be just something else that makes us stand out.
It really is. And when it gets rolled out here at coaching school and folks actually get to see everything that this Texas Way embodies and what Stephen Mackey, his incredible brain has put together in the videos and the workbooks and just the way he can, he gives those messages. You heard him. He's no one is better. No one is better. And no one else out there has him. And we do. So we're very fortunate to have him. But it is a first-class campaign. It's free to all of our coaches and all of our programs, which is really, really big. And we think everybody in the state of Texas is going to jump on it, and we're going to be better because of it.
Definitely. And coaching school is amazing regardless of where the location is, but San Antonio's kind of fun. Talk about the benefits of being in San Antonio.
I think one big benefit is just travel. It's a little bit more centralized than Houston. Houston did an incredible job and continues to do an incredible job, and we're down there. But San Antonio is it's a little bit more central, so it's a little easier for some folks to get to in different areas of the state. And they really do an incredible job of welcoming us. The city of San Antonio, Visit San Antonio, the convention center, the hotels. I mean, they love it when we're here. And so we had our pre-con meeting on Tuesday, and it was absolutely incredible. And they're excited to have us. And I think our coaches and our coaches' families who have a tendency of coming when we're in San Antonio are going to have another great coaching school because of it.
Excellent. And you mentioned coaches coming and networking. Talk about what's available as far as after hours. Maybe there's some mixers, things like that.
Sure. Well, and Sunday when we kick off the convention, got a full slate all day long of demos and lectures and all that good stuff. And then when we get towards the end of the day, we have our D1 panel that comes on, of course. We've got our Coaches of Girls Sports Forum. The BSN is also sponsoring with us to put on at the same time that the Division I panel is going on. We've got some really big name basketball and track and field coaches that are speaking at that time. And we do all of that because when that last lecture is over at 5 p.m. on Sunday, we have a ton of networking events that take place after that. So as soon as they walk out of those lectures, we've got networking going on. And that's our goal. It used to just be one, probably 3 or 4 years ago, it was just one networking event where the Women in Coaches Forum and the D1 panel was just, kind of file out of those two, and everybody could come to that one. Now we're putting them, we've got one outside the basketball and the track hall after their last lecture. We've got one outside the baseball and softball hall after their last lecture. We've got one outside the soccer hall after their last lecture. So we're covering all sports now to where everyone has that chance to get out there and relax, talk about what they've learned, meet new people, and network at the end of that day on Sunday. And that continues throughout Monday and Tuesday as well. So we've got we're hosting 15 networking socials from a THSCA standpoint, period. And then, we've got so many other sponsors and colleges that put their own on as well. We don't even have a correct number of what that is, but you can find a social at all times. And we want to encourage everybody to do that because that's how you get out there and network and meet new people.
Excellent. And you talked about all the amazing number of hours of lectures and demos that are available there. But looking at the schedule, like when I'm on that panel, there's 3 other things that I want to go see. How do people deal with the missed lectures, the content that they don't get to see?
Yeah, and that is tough, especially with, maybe over half of our coaches are multi-sport coaches, probably well over half of our. And there's multiple things going on they'd like to hear, or even something that has to do with, legal or financial, all that good stuff. So I know that we video out of the 266 hours that we have, we're going to video right around 200 of those hours, which is quite a bit. And once we get done with coaching school and get all those videos back, sometime in early September, we're going to offer all of those coaches that were in attendance at coaching school to be able to go view those videos, to where if they did miss something, they have a chance to go back something that they missed because they were watching something else. So that is going to be some information that we send back out to our coaches, but they will have the availability to view quite a few of those sessions that maybe they missed.
Excellent. So, not only is it the greatest coaching convention, yes, I'm biased, the largest coaching convention, but it's got to be the best value because you get to see all of it, even the stuff you didn't get to see.
Oh, no doubt. And right now, we've had it at this price for a while. If you early register, it's $60. So 266 hours, networking events, all of this stuff, our regional meetings, our general meeting, all these things going on. It's a pretty good value by all means. Yeah. So we feel good about it. And that's our goal. Like I said earlier, we have to make sure we're providing our coaches, our members, with what they need. And when they ask us for things, we're trying to make sure we provide it so that they continue to come back. And we want to serve them.
I love it. Well, Brian Polk, guys, I want to thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you shake your hand there at coaching school.
Yes, sir, Chris. As always, we appreciate you. We appreciate you advocating for our association and look forward to seeing you next week.
The interviews in this show are brought to you by the Texas High School Coaches Association. THSCA provides to its more than 26,000 members access to the people, events, tools, and resources to help them thrive in the profession, become trusted leaders in their communities, and live balanced and successful lives. The work and sacrifice coaches do every day is vital to the development and success of student athletes. The THSCA supports these efforts. We fight for every coach, provide them with the connections and resources to improve their lives, and help all student athletes throughout the state enjoy lasting success. The mission statement is simply this: to help and serve Texas high school coaches as they work to help and serve student athletes. Helping coaches help kids. For more information on the THSCA, visit www.thsca.com. Hey, of course, I want to thank our guest, but I also want to thank you. I want to thank you for giving me what I consider the most valuable thing you can give, your time and your attention. And I know you don't do it to hear me. You hear it for the great messages provided by the THSCA. And hey, if you'd like to associate your company with the THSCA and the Coach's Call podcast, limited sponsorship opportunities are available. You can reach out to me, Chris Doelle, 713-269-4620, or head over to my website, freshmediaworks.com. Once again, thank you so much for supporting Texas high school coaches. Please share this show out to everybody you can so that we can help share these important messages. Thanks again, and we'll catch you next time on The Coach's Call.